So here at the farm, there's a pressure tank that comes in. I showed you the well house outside. Pumps in, comes in this pipe over here, this black pipe sitting around. It pumps to keep this pressure tank at a constant pressure, and then it keeps the house at a constant pressure of around 20 right there. What we're gonna do here, the water is quite hard. You can kind of see on these tubes here how it's kind of rust colored, especially when it sits for a period of time. We're gonna add in tandem here a water softener. What you want is your water softener to be before your hot water tank and your offshoots for the house. Some people will do it separately and do your drinking water separately. We have an RO system that's up by the faucet, so we are not going to do that here. But this is to demonstrate one version of how you can hook up water softener. We also get a little tight for space here, so one option would be is you could put your water softener out by this stuff, but we have our wood stove there and our traditional stove, furnace over there. I've drilled a couple pilot holes. We have this wall here that divides. I'm gonna put the water softener on the other side. What is really helpful is I use all these quick clamp, quick connect connectors. You can get the crimp on that are more like this one here, but I don't have the tool to do that, so I usually buy the easy, quick push connect ones. They've worked pretty well for me. That's what we're going to use here. What's really helpful is just lay everything out so you know that you have a connector for everything. That way you can run to the hardware store and pick up more if you need anything. The version of water softener we're going to use is the Rheem water system. These are available through Home Depot. There are other versions available too. This is the one that said it was for about a 4-person household. What we're going to do is we're going to hook this up in tandem. What's really nice is they do have a scan to access your product here, which is a really easy way to see how to install everything. We are also going to install a whole house water filtration system. This is the GE version. This was picked up at the Home Depot as well. You want this to be before you have your water softener. So you want this in line, and then this one can be installed vertically or horizontally. We're gonna do ours vertically. I'll show you what that looks like here. And then it does filter a lot of different contaminants, and then you buy different types of filters for what you want filtered out. So your cover will pull off of your water softener here, and you'll have these connectors in the back, and this rubber band is just on here to hold the power piece on. We'll hook that up later, but I'm going to show you how to hook up the bypass switch that goes on here next. That will slip in like that, and then you want to put your clips back in here. Clips are pretty easy to put in. They have the specific area to hold them down here though. Sorry, kind of hard to do with one hand here. But just like that, that's in, and then this is your bypass valve to turn for water to go past. Now, main notable thing is there is an in and out side here. So you want your water in coming this side, obviously, and then your water out on that side. All right, so we have our filter in place here. This is where I'm thinking we're gonna put the water softener. I did hook up the drain line there just to get it hooked up. By the way, I hate those little clamps there. Super not fun to work with. So what is really nice to get is they have these quick connect water softener flex hose. So the one end is gonna go right on here, and then the other end is gonna screw right on there. So we're gonna do that next. These PEX cutters are super nice to use. You follow the arrow on them, you put them where you want cut. It has a little blade in there, and then you just spin it around, and you don't really have to put pressure on it, and then it will cut off, and it leaves a nice edge afterwards. All right, I've turned everything back on. You can see how I did the water filter here in a vertical series. You want to double check that your outlet side is connected going the correct way. Then it comes to the inside over here and then out. That's going out to the rest of the house in the water heater now. There's this bypass valve. We push it in, it bypasses the water past the softener. That's what we're gonna do right now. And then we're gonna check our other connections on the other side. And over here, you can see a little bit of water from when I cut it apart, but I'm not seeing any leaking from anywhere else around here, anywhere around these new valves here. We'll come back and track them later to make sure that everything with the connection stays good when all this other stuff dries from when I had to empty things, but all that looks good so far. To start charging your water softener, you're going to want to put about 3 gallons of water into it. This varies by each owner manual. So follow the instructions that you have, and then we're going to add in some softening stuff after this. All right, you'll want to program your time on here, and then it will select and send you to a runtime. You want to do a runtime that's in a general time where you're not using water. So typically 2 a.m. in the morning is a good time to do it. Otherwise, if you pull water off, you'll get hard water to the house. You then select your salt type. Typical salt is NaCl or sodium chloride. You can get potassium chloride as well, but they dissolve differently, so that can affect how your softener works. So we have sodium chloride here. We're gonna set salt level. You can set it to be on there, and you look at the numbers in the well here, and so we're gonna set it for salt level 3. And it should let you know when you need to recharge. So that's pretty much it. Looks pretty nice when everything's all together. You can keep some salt by it, ready to go. And this unit was about $400 from the Home Depot. So plus parts, which were probably another couple $100. Filter was a couple $100 as well. So with everything, you factor in all those additional charges.